Make the ground shake.
What's up guys, Camo1999 here, and today we are with Philip.
Hello.
He just says hello. That's all he wants to say. No, but me and Philip are here to maybe start a new sort of series on this channel where we're going to be on career mode, just because something just to see and to try and put our points across a bit more. Basically, we're going to be having a discussion. Could end up into being a debate, but hopefully it's not that bad. And then what might be happening is every Monday we'll be talking about the weekend results, or why we think certain teams have lost, or because we watch a lot of football and we love football, and we sort of just want to put our points across to the other people which love football as much as us, and get your thoughts and opinions on it, and we could have a lovely discussion in the comment section. So the first topic of today's video is managers, and the main reason why we are bringing managers as the first topic is because Watford have just sacked their manager, and well, me and Philip were thinking that there's a lot of managers which have been sacked for just like very abruptly. You've got like Claudio Ranieri. Well, that was the first one sprung to mind. And then when Jose Mourinho got sacked when he was at Chelsea, like, is it just that managers, the owners are not giving managers enough time, or is it just the fact that as soon as a manager has done so much, they've done so much? Like, what is it? What do you think, Philip? Like, think of Watford. They've picked up some decent points on the road. They've picked up some decent points in the league this season. They're not sitting too bad in the Premiership, but they go and sack the manager. Like, why?
Well, since Silva wanting to go to Everton, the result has been absolutely shocking. He didn't care. Every single time I seen him on the touchline, he just didn't like he cared. So I think it was the right thing to do to sack him, because since Everton wanted him, he must be caring about the club. You can just tell that he wants to go to Everton, and now Sam Allardyce is there, where Silva wanted to go.
That's a very good point, Philip. Obviously Sam Allardyce did go to Everton, and I think Everton they only brought Sam Allardyce in because they had a very poor start of the season. But just looking at Watford's last few games, so they lost to Leicester yesterday. They lost to Palace away. They lost very embarrassingly against Huddersfield at home, 4-1, and then again they lost away to Brighton. And then the last game they won was on Boxing Day against Leicester at home, where that's not really great. They also lost just before then at home to Swansea, where not many teams have lost to Swansea this season, mind on home turf. So where did it all go wrong? Was it just because he wanted to move to Everton? But it could, like, just because of a manager, that doesn't mean that the players can just stop playing. Like, the players that Watford have got, like, in their team are really, really good players. But then you could say the same about when Mourinho was at Chelsea. They look at all the players he had then, and they wouldn't play for them. Is it the fact that the players are just, if they aren't happy with the manager, they just stop playing? Is that what it is? And if so, why? Because let's get up the Watford team when they played, if the internet wants to work. See, because also think about Claudio Ranieri, though, Philip. Why was he sacked? Like, you got him the title, they got him in the Champions League, obviously. They were playing well in the Champions League. Why get rid of a manager which is doing all that stuff for you? Why would you get rid of him for no reason?
Premier League relegation,
but
he was in relegation zone, and when he got sacked, he started winning games. People would say it wasn't right to sack him, but even if you're title winning, even if you're a title winning manager and you do crap next season, you deserve to be criticised for that.
But then isn't that the players, not the manager? Like, the manager brought the players in, which got them the title.
If you lost, what happened? Like straight away they win the title. The first thing they done is sell Southampton. Why Southampton? Just because you want to leave? Ignore them. Think about the players that are around him. They're not going to have a centimetre until they replace a centimetre. They'll replace them.
Very true, but the thing is, they were saying about Mahrez that Mahrez could have went this month, but now Claude Puel, isn't it? I think he's the manager at the moment. He said he wants to wait till the summer for a massive 100 million. 100. He's not worth that much, is he? Is he really worth that much?
Wow. In today's market.
Well, today's market is a bit.
60, 70 million.
Is he worth that? Really? Like, I watched him against Watford yesterday, and I wasn't like, he scored a goal. He's not the main. I don't think he's one of the main players. Like, obviously he's the main player there, but he doesn't do the amount that the main player should. Like, you look at Hazard at Chelsea. Like, look at all the players that Chelsea have got. Hazard's the main one, and he shows it. But Mahrez he doesn't seem to show it as often as he should for the 100 million price tag which has been slapped on his head. He's got a bit of flair, he's got a bit of skill, he can pass the ball, he can shoot, but there's a lot of players can do that. Like, why would you spend that much? Maybe it's just the owners just want new managers straight away as soon as they don't think they're doing anything. But I suppose we'll never know, really. Let us know down below in the comments what you think about the managers which are getting sacked for no apparent reason. But we're going to move on because I've got that player on the screen where he goes. There's quite a few I could have picked up, but I just went with this one. Chelsea needing a new striker. Why? They've got Morata. They've got Batshuayi. But isn't it because Batshuayi is going to go to Dortmund, because Aubameyang is going to go to Arsenal, because Sanchez is going to Man United? Like, is this all happening because Man U won Sanchez? Is this all happening because of that? But why do they need a striker so badly? And why are they looking at players like Benteke? They've been looking at players like Peter Crouch. Like, why are they going for a target man? Like, why a target man? Like, can you remember Chelsea? Well, the Chelsea that I can remember would always go for like pacey players, and now they're going for a 6'7" giant in Peter Crouch. Like, what's your insight on this, Philip? Because I'm bamboozled. I'm completely, well and truly, I'm just lost for words, really.
Only thing I'm saying is Morata is not reliable.
I can wait. Okay, I can understand that. I can. I really can.
Players who are the target then. Who are they? 30 odd year old. How long have we got left of season 2?
If that, like, why that's what I don't understand. Why don't they go for someone like Chelsea have got the money. Like, of course they've got so much money. Like, oh, that's why we're on career mode. This is why I bought career mode. Like, I thought I'd have career mode in the background. It's just why I went to nationality. Come on, sort it out. Like, if you look in the Premiership, like, maybe not just the Premiership, but for instance, we'll go to the Premiership. Because obviously, is it because Diego Costa left? Like, why they need a striker so badly? But if you go like a 29-year-old or 28, 29-year-old strikers that not Arsenal, that Chelsea can bring in. Oh, whatever. I'm not in attackers. Not in attackers. Like, why don't they go for a younger person so they can actually get some games? Like, obviously Batshuayi is apparently going to Dortmund. Well, that's what we've heard anyways. They're also targeting Andy Carroll, but that deal went straight off because he's out for the next month or so. So that's went straight out the window. Like, why don't they go for someone like Andre Gray or Gabbiadini? So much has got a bit more. He's got something about him. It's not just like the header and ability, because when you watch Chelsea, they very rarely cross the ball. Like, why would they change the way they're playing to put a player which can header the ball there? Like, they don't need it really. Like, the money they've got, they can bring in basically anybody they want. Like, I'm trying to look for some like strikers which would leave their clubs.
Well, if Batshuayi goes to Dortmund, why Dortmund got like a bid in for Aubameyang?
Because Aubameyang's going to Arsenal.
No, but you could just do what might not even much put in the sneaky little bit at the end and try and get it.
But then won't the Mkhitaryan and Sanchez swap fall through completely? Because if Wenger knows he's not going to get Aubameyang because he's going to go to Chelsea, that means he's bringing in Mkhitaryan, but he wanted Aubameyang as a massive replacement. Where if he realises that he's not going to get that replacement, he might rather just keep Sanchez. Even though he might not be happy, he'll want to keep Sanchez over not having Aubameyang. Surely.
Well, according to Sky Sports, that deal's already done. Both players have medicals.
I've also got sorry to interrupt. Go on. Sorry, I'm interrupting you.
Mkhitaryan's having his medical right now.
Well, I'm on the transfer centre right now just to pick up a few extra points just before we end things here. But well, there's some not breaking news as such, but Newcastle are interested in signing Junior Stanislas from Bournemouth, and also the reason why Newcastle are interested in Stanislas is because West Bromwich Albion are interested in signing Alexander Mitrovic from Newcastle as well. So there might be some ins and outs at Newcastle. I hope we can keep Mitrovic, but like, I'm not going to be biased because it's pointless being biased in these sort of videos. But there we are. Like, there we go. When we're talking about Chelsea, well, we are talking about Chelsea now in a way. Antonio, it says here, Chelsea are now interested in Burnley striker Ashley Barnes. Why bring in Barnes? And it also says here, Antonio Conte wants to sign a target man this month. They've inquired for Andy Carroll, Peter Crouch, Edin Dzeko and Fernando Llorente. I'm sorry, but out of the 5 players which are there, there's only one player, in my opinion, which Chelsea should sign. Edin Dzeko, because Dzeko can do it on many levels. He's shown it at Roma. He can score quality goals in Champions League. He knows how to play the game. He played well at City when he was there before everybody started getting shipped out of City. But I'm sorry, but what what is Barnes, Carroll, Crouch, and Llorente gonna do that Jekyll can't? Like, yes, there's gonna be more money to get Jekyll, but come on. Like, if he's all gonna go for anyone, go for Jekyll. In my opinion, it's a no-brainer. But that's what, like, a lot of people have been talking about it. So, like, talking about who Chelsea are signing, and everyone just, they haven't got an absolute clue. And also, some more news. Borussia Dortmund have named their price for reported Arsenal target Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Arsenal's opening bid of 44 million has fallen short of Dortmund's 53 million valuation. I'm sorry, with 53 million for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in this sort of market at the moment, it's a steal. It's an absolute steal. What's a year got them as on here? Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Yes, I know he's 28, but this is 54 million as well. So I wouldn't have to, I think that might just be completely correct. Well, it's a million away, but we'll let a year off on that. Good job, a year. Great job. So yeah, 53 million in today's market. Like, that's cheap. Very cheap. Even though he's 28, he's got at least 5-6 seasons left in him, hasn't he? Well, I'd assume so anyway. He's only 28. So, yeah, these sort of videos, which I'll be doing with Philip, and I might bring on some other people which have got, which have got opinions on football, where, like, people have actually got some football knowledge and can actually speak some sense. Sometimes they can speak garbage, but most of the stuff they speak is sense. Because at the moment, the only one that's on my friends list at the moment is Philip, which knows any football. So, like, I'm not saying it because he's a Man United fan, because I hate Man United fans, but he speaks some sense. Like, he speaks a lot of sense. But before we go, I'm just gonna name a few points that we could do in our next video, because we'll be probably doing this just until the transfer window's open. Transfer window's over, sorry. Because I don't know what to put in the background. If there was a way to get, if you guys are okay with just staring at the screen while listening to us talk, then I'll just do that. I'll just put like maybe a random game on, or cause I don't want to put it in gameplay, because I need to be watching the gameplay instead of listening to what we're talking about and getting involved. So I wouldn't put on like COD or anything. I'll obviously have FIFA on, but I'm trying to think of a way that I could get just get something in the background so it's not too boring. But yeah, there's loads of topics that we could try and cover. VAR, that we could do the VAR in the next video, because VAR, there's a lot of things we can talk about. VAR, is it good, is it bad, is it too early to bring it out, is the technology getting a bit too stupid at the moment? Because we're seeing like good and bad things which happened in the last few days. It was a good use of it the other day when Leicester played, who did they play? Oh man, they played Fleetwood, that's for one. And then we're seeing a bad issue of it when Chelsea played Norwich, where Norwich could have easily conceded at least 1 to 2 penalties. I don't think Morata should have been sent off. Well, VAR, is it good, is it bad? That'll be in the next one, because there's a lot of things we can talk about. We've also got maybe some just random debates, like transfers good and bad. We could just go over a few decent ones. Obviously you've got Salah, which is a very good one, but then you've got players like, is Oxlade-Chamberlain a good signing? Is he not? Is Walcott a good signing to Everton? Don't know, but we'll cover loads of these in the next few days on this channel. Philip doesn't talk very much. I know I sort of steal the limelight in a way, but he gives his opinion, and when he does talk, you can't get him to stop. That's why I sort of talk as much as I do. But oh well. And also I will be bringing out actual gaming gameplay as well. I'll be playing some Fortnite. I've actually got a Fortnite gameplay to actually upload from a few days ago, which I'll probably put on in the next few days as well. Just because it was an alright gameplay, but it wasn't awfully great. That's why it hasn't been up earlier. And also I've had a few things on my mind. I'm trying to sort a few things out. I've got my laptop and I've got to just download a few softwares, getting used to a few new softwares, just to try and make everything a bit better. And also I've got myself my new job starting, so I've got that to sort out as well. So that's why videos are being sort of stale at the moment, but they'll be back to top notch. But this is going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If there's anything else you would like us to discuss, or if there's ones where we could have a bit of a debate about it, because obviously I'm a Newcastle fan, he's a Man U fan. We'll probably will have a few debates about certain things, since we've got a little bit of a rivalry. A little bit. Bit modest, that, wasn't it? Jesus. Wow. I can't believe I just said that. So yeah, there'll be a few things we could debate as well. But let us know down below in the comments, and if there's any just normal questions, or if you want us just to answer some questions which you want to know our opinions on, then leave them down below. And if we do get any comments, I'll make sure to tell Philip about the comment section, and he can pop in as well. He can have his opinion on it as well. But I've rambled on enough. Philip's been quiet for long enough. This can be the end. And this has been me and Philip doing some football debate, sort of discussion. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye.